Hi everybody, it's Nate from The Kraemer Life. It is the morning of October the 14th. It's a Friday. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day today. I love the fall. It's so nice. So today we have some visitors coming. In fact, starting today, for the next 2 weeks, we're going to have visitors on the farm, and I'm very excited about that. But there's some work that I need to get done to get ready for that. The visitors we have coming today, they're going to be here for 4 days, and then a week from today, so the 21st of October, our kids are here for a week. I'm very excited. What do we need to do today to get ready for the visitors that are coming for the next 4 days? They're bringing their RV, and they are going to stay in the field that's behind us here. I need to make a path for them to be able to drive their truck and their RV to that field and park. They're actually going to be boondocking, so we're not going to be providing them with water or power or any sort of hookups. However, I am going to lend them the Blue Eddy, so that way if they need to top off their power, they can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that charging now in the solar, let that charge for free. And then I need to also fix one of our electric fence chargers. I noticed that it stopped working, and I need to make sure that I have all of the fences for the animals in working condition, because our friends do have a dog, and even though it'll be on the leash all the time, I still want to make sure that that our fences are hot. Let's go charge the Blue Eddy, and then let's go figure out what is wrong with that charger. Look out, Winston. Look out, buddy. Well, I hope lighting's going to be okay for this. So currently I have the pig paddock. I piggies. I have it running off of a Premier One portable solar charger. I have it turned off right now because this thing's not working. The Cyclops is not working. So I'm going to test to see if this battery, again, man, lighting's going to be really bad. I'm going to see if the battery has a charge and then try to figure out what's going on. This battery should be charging from the solar panel, but this is not working. So either the battery's bad, or, well, it could be the solar, it could be the battery, it could be the charger. Negative to negative, positive, positive. On the DC settings, we have 12.3 volts. So the battery is charged. I'm going to now hook up the voltmeter to the outputs of the solar panel for the charger, for the fence charger. Let's see here, that's positive, that's negative, and let's see if this thing is registering any. Yeah, this thing's giving us 22 volts. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So the solar panel is charging the battery, or it's at least working. Why isn't the fence charger working? Well, the pigs decided to come over and see what I was doing, so I'm on the other side of the fence now. So I need to follow my own troubleshooting rule, and that's testing the simplest thing first, which in this case are fuses. So let's check the 2 fuses that are on the Cyclone electric fence charger. The setting that I'm on right now will check when the 2 leads are put together. You can see that there's, I think it's showing resistance. So let's go through fuse. These are 1 amp fuses, and touch the 2 together. Doesn't show that there's any continuity, so I think this is a bad fuse. Let's check fuse number 2. Put it on the lead, and the lead. Yep, you can see it registers. So this is a good fuse. And over here is a bad fuse. There's the problem. Oh, I'm so annoyed right now. I searched high and low for the spare fuses that came with the charger. I can't find the box anywhere. Searched everywhere else for just a spare fuse, period, and went to 2 stores and they don't have the fuses, so I guess I'll do that one later. So annoyed. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is, their RV is about 11 feet tall, and they're going to be traveling between the tree and the garage to get down to that field. So I'm going to trim a bunch of the branches off of that red maple so that way they can drive underneath it and not scrape the top of their RV. Oh wow, this thing's already fully charged. That's awesome. Cool. Since it's fully charged, I'm going to go ahead and just top off the batteries to all of my power tools. Take advantage of the sun. That's awesome. So the Blue Eddy's charged 100%. Solar panels are bringing in 300 watts of power, and the 2 battery chargers for the Milwaukee tool batteries, that's using 285 watts to charge those 2. So that means that I'm charging the Milwaukee batteries 100% off of solar. I know it's not like a new thing, and I know, you know, thousands of people do this all the time, but I think that's so cool. That's so cool. I love it. Floyd, how you doing today, Floyd? Hi, buddy. Oh, hi, Kinsley. How you guys doing today? Hello. Are you guys ready for some visitors? Huh? Oh, well, excuse me. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Are you guys ready for some visitors? Yeah. Okay, we just got news, word, whatever, that our friends are about 20 minutes away or so. I think we're all ready for them, so I guess we'll see how it goes. We're really excited, but also a little bit nervous about the dynamics with the dogs and with Winston, because they have a dog. But I never was able to find a fuse for the charger down there, so I'm down 1 fence charger, and I need to get that resolved. But I think we'll be okay for now. Hi, Winston. I know you don't like being in this kennel. We gotta put you in here until we get our friends settled and we can do an introduction between you and their dog. Okay? You got your water over there. You're good. You got your cot. You're good. You're gonna have to stay inside. Same with Kinsley. Yep, they have to stay inside, and then we'll let you come out when they get settled. You guys will remember Bowie. You guys have met Bowie before.
Am I allowed to come outside?
What's that?
Am I allowed to come outside?
Only if you behave.
Uh-oh, I should probably go inside. They're all okay. Yeah, once we get back far enough, I don't. That should be fine. I don't care about it.
They really cries at the same time.
Okay. And then how it gets dark and black, but the salt and the curing and all that process, that's what makes and warps the floorboards.
Really?
And then this is a traditional Tennessee foundation. It is.
If it works, you know.
You'll see that all over up here. But then they had so that, kids couldn't accidentally get into it and leave it open so that the animals would get to the, so you could double close it.
This is a different story, but I kind of like how it looks.
This is an old tobacco barn.
Really, they're hanging the tobacco leaves in there?
Yeah, we can stick our heads in there and you'll see how many tiers there are. We're not going to save this one, but we are going to use the lumber. We're not going to sell it. People have asked to buy it for lumber, but we'll keep it.
Why would you buy
Because some of this is good for the other barn.
Correct.
What do you buy for the wood? Or?
Yes.
They repurpose it and they put it on their kitchen floor. What's this about? What's this about?
That is the lightning grounding rod. So that would go to the very top of the roof, along the roof line, and then come down and go into the ground.
Was there machinery in here?
No, but because the tall structure and the metal roof, lightning would actually hit the barns.
And it was the tallest thing out here. These trees were not here.
Yeah, it was just field. Standing right here would have been the entrance to the mill. So this was the road that serviced the mill. That's where we were walking along. And right down there, right at the edge of the creek, there's stacked rocks. And if we were to walk down there, those stacked rocks would be taller than you. Which we can go down there, but you can see the different levels. So we're on level 1 right here. There's one right there. There's another one, and then it goes down. You see the.
So what would the building would just climb up the hill?
Yes, it was a 3-story grain mill.
Because you needed to drop stuff off to get over to the creek. I mean, get it pushed over to the creek to be ground.
Yep, and then they have to bring it back up.
How do you bring it back up?
I don't know how they did that. But this giant rock right here.
I can't believe how far above the creek we are.
Yeah, this giant rock right here. Yeah. If we were to go down there's a carving in it, and it's almost perfectly smooth.
Yeah, and then.
So that is part of the.
So it was smoothed out, but then why is there a bizarre hole in it? So the water did that?
Bowie.
Down there,
there is a kind of a walking path, a very small shore down there.
Yeah.
So it is accessible, but it's not like you need stairs kind of thing. Well, our friends have arrived and we got them all set up. After they got set up, we took them on a walk through the property to kind of show them what we have. We went down to the creek, into the river, showed them the barns and stuff. The way that we have it set up is they are back in the field. They got through this area that I cleared out with chainsaw, no problem. And we ended up putting the sheep netting around them. So that way their dog has a place to roam inside the netting and our dogs can't get over there and vice versa. Winston is still, he's getting used to them for the most part. They can be off leash next to each other. There's no issues with the dogs, which is great. But he is still being protective, which is great, because that's what he's supposed to do. So I know this is kind of a short vlog today, but I wanted to let you guys know that we're excited that we have our friends out, and like I mentioned, in about a week we have our kids coming. So Okay, well, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat in town, and so we will see you on the next vlog. Bye guys. Bye.